When that coin was struck in one of the nation's mint facilities, few might have imagined it would ever become legendary. The United States Mint produces millions of nickels every year. In 1974 alone, production numbers were in the hundreds of millions. Every nickel was meant for daily commerce. Pocket change to buy a candy bar, pay a parking meter, even buy a comic book. But sometimes errors occur, dies misaligned, planchets that don't belong, off-center strikes. And sometimes coins survive decades untouched, carried in collections, forgotten in envelopes, buried in coin jars beneath couch cushions. Coin collectors live for moments like these, the minute anomalies that turn a common date into something extraordinary. A 1974 nickel with perfect luster, nowhere beyond microscopic, with sharp definition in Jefferson's hair, Monticello's columns fully detailed, edges crisp, surfaces mirror smooth. That kind of condition alone can make a coin rare. Then add in genuine mint errors. Maybe the coin was struck off-center. Maybe the planchet was wrong metal, or maybe a double strike left ghostly images overlapping. Every such accident brings uniqueness, and every collector dreams of finding one. Imagine you stumble upon one in a dusty old collection. Your fingers feel the ridged edge. You lift it into the light and see the glint. You notice something slightly off. Maybe the inscription is weak here, doubled there. That feeling, excitement, disbelief. You send it to a grading service. They examine it under magnification, measure it in microns, compare it with hundreds of examples. They stamp it Mint State 67 or MS 68, grade so high they're almost unheard of for million-struck coins. The higher the grade, the fewer like it remain. It's scarcity plus perfection. Collectors, curators, museums, everyone knows the difference between a common nickel and something that could be the crown jewel of a collection. Once a coin crosses into that realm, its value leaps. Every auction where one appears draws attention, bids rising, tensions high, people staring at screens, paddles raised. You don't just buy a coin, you own a slice of history. You own proof of minting practices, of chance, of time. In recent years, interest in rare nickels has soared. Conventional coins with strong condition commands thousands, tens of thousands of dollars. But find that perfect specimen, the one whose condition is unmatched, whose errors are verified, whose provenance is documented, and you enter another stratosphere. Few have lived long enough. Few survive traffic, cleaning, corrosion. Those that do, those are legends. One specific 1974 nickel came to light some time ago under a microscope. It had not one, but two minting anomalies. One, a weakly struck rim. Second, a tiny printed doubling in part of the lettering. It was never circulated beyond a handful of hands, likely tucked away in a collector's album, left undisturbed. Its surfaces glowed with mint luster. Jefferson's cheek, his hair, Monticello's pediment, everything sharp. Grading services fought over it. Every photo revealed something new. A faint dye crack along Monticello's roof, an extra flick in United that no other 1974 nickel in the registry had. That piece became more than just metal. It became myth. It became the benchmark against which all other 1974 nickels are compared. Private collectors whispered about it. Auction catalogs featured it with reverent descriptions. Museums considered showing it. And as its reputation grew, so did its price. At a major auction, among collectors driven by passion and willingness to pay for ultimate rarity, that one exceptional 1974 Jefferson nickel achieved a price that many could only imagine.